Okay, I'm going to give you a little run through here of what I use to solder my feeders to my tracks. And here's two of them that are done. There's a wire that's getting ready to be done. What I do is I hold on to that wire with a pair of hemostats about an inch away from the end, and I straighten out the end, take a piece of sandpaper and just run it along the end a couple times to get rid of the oil and stuff that's on the wire. And then I bend over the end of the wire to about a 1/16 of an inch or so, just a little bit bent over. Okay, and I put it in my alligator clip, put a little bit of flux on the end of that wire, and turn on my soldering gun, and as it's heating up I touch the end of it with a little bit of solder, and when that solder starts to melt, then I know it's time to tin. There she goes. Move it over and just add a little bit of solder on the end of there, and that is tinning a wire. You can hardly even see it. And what I do is I take my little grinding tool and grind just enough of the spot for the feeder wire to attach to. And there's a little bit of paint on here, so good idea to get that off there. Take it over to my spot where I want it. I want to make sure that wire is in the right direction, and then I'm going to just touch that to the side of that. And that's all there is to it. That should hold that wire. And if there's any left on top when I get done, I can just sand that off. Okay, if you're going to use a piece of stranded wire, you're going to get the same results. I strip it back about an inch, then I bend it over at an L shape at the end, flux the end a little bit, solder onto the soldering tip of the gun. She starts to melt. And that's done. There, that's that. Off to an angle somehow. There she goes. And from underneath, because I can reach right through here, I can pull down on it. Straighten it out. And there's my feeder. That's a pretty neat little job. Now this one might be a little more trickier. There we go. Now let's pull that and neatly move that out of the way. There. Two feeders run, and they'll be easy to hide. And what I'll do is on the top here is just go over it a little bit with sandpaper or file. Make it nice and smooth and flat. And there should be nothing on the inside. And there's just a tiny little bump on the top. Not even much to say so. It's gone already. There it is. And that's feeder done. This one here is already done. This was the first one that I did. And the next one I'm going to do is right there. And being the camera person and the worker at the same time, I'm going to gently pull that down until she comes right straight down. Same here. And this one, these two, actually I'm going to give myself a little space because I got to put some ties underneath there, yeah. So I'm just going to give it